I intend to love more, to trust more. I intend to not be so hard on myself. I intend to love myself. I intend to love God more. You know, I remember being like 14, 15, and my father was a pastor, so I had weird things. You know, I didn't want to be in church, but then I wanted to be in church to make my dad happy. And I was like, this New Year's, I intend to read the Bible in the first 3 months. And by reading the Bible, I mean riding my bike to the beach every day. That's a real story. I used to be able to do that back in the day. And it's just an expression of what you intend to do. Now, have you ever had good intentions, but bad follow through? And January, February, March comes by, and you haven't been to the gym, but you paid for the membership. Because when good intentions lead to hasty decisions, sometimes it costs you more than you started with. That's good right there. That just blessed me. Sometimes when your intentions don't line up with what you're able to do, you know, it's like, maybe if you could get down to a pack a week, that's a good start. Because First Lady says that, she says, your best, when you do your best, your best gets better. And so at 11:59 on December 31st, we're making an expression of all of our intentions, aren't we? I'm going to grow my hair out in 2012. I'm going to get tattoos. I'm going to get a full sleeve. You know what I'm saying? And it's an expression of your intentions. But have you ever not met your resolutions and then felt guilty about it? And so I'm sitting at the house and I'm like, wow, I'm going to be a father in 2012. July 21st. I am going to have a little life in my hands. And I'm thinking about my intentions. That's my baby. That's my little baby. The baby is the size of a prune now. And the baby has little arms and little legs and eyelids, and his skeleton is starting to form. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. And I'm thinking about my intentions, and suddenly certain intentions that I have for myself don't seem so important, because I'm starting to think about something bigger than me, more than me, greater than me. And so God starts to whisper to me, and he's like, what if your intention is to do something to change? Don't go and try to lose 80 pounds in 2 months. Why don't you just stop eating at night when Diana goes to sleep? Hold on, Jesus. What you talking about? Don't you know I get hungry? I watch Storage Wars. I don't know if I love Storage Wars. It's so weird. It's so weird. It's so weird. I know some of y'all can't afford cable, so you might be able to YouTube it. Hey, listen, it's okay. I couldn't afford a TV when I was your age. And so I'm thinking about it, and it's like, hey, rather than make a bunch of empty promises to yourself, why don't you just make a commitment to change and be a change one time? Why don't you figure out what God's intention for you is and apply that? And I'm like, okay, well, if you can show me in the Bible, because that's how I talk to God, and like, if you can show me in the Bible, then I'll accept it for my life, and then I'll go share it with D2. And guess what God did? He showed it to me in the Bible. Are y'all ready? Here we go. So let me just give you the scripture. It's John chapter 1. And I'm going to read verse 1 through 5 first. So a resolution is what? Expressing. Man, y'all have been out of school too long. It's only been 10 days. Y'all need to go back to school, for real. Especially my Andrews kids. For real. I love the Eagles. I love the Eagles. All right, here we go. Here we go. Are y'all ready? Here we go. This word is going to bless you, man. And I'm done in like 15 minutes. Ready? Here we go. John chapter 1. Let me talk to your hearts real quick, okay? So it says this. In the beginning, the what? The Word already existed. In the beginning, the what? The Word already existed. Now, all the Word is an expression. So in the beginning, the expression existed. Y'all following me? So a resolution is what? An expression. And a word is what? An expression. So for my mathematical whizzes, then would the formula or the proof be that if the word is an expression and a resolution is expression, then a resolution must also be a word. Word up? Some of y'all like, In essence, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Never mind. Okay. In the beginning was the expression. Y'all ready? Here we go. In the beginning, the Word already existed. Check this out. And the Word was with God. And the Word was God. He, who? The Word. Okay, so we're talking about the Word. He existed in the beginning with God. Check this out. And God created everything through Him. Or God created everything through the Word. Nothing was created except through Him, or through the Word, or through the expression. Verse 4, check this out. The Word gave life to everything. The expression gave life to everything. The Word gave life to everything that was created, and His life brought light to everyone. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness can never extinguish it. Check this out. Verse 10. He, or the Word, came into the very world He created, but the world did not recognize Him. He came into the very world He created, and the world did not recognize Him. Verse 11. He came to His own people, and even they rejected Him. But to all who believed Him and accepted Him, He gave the right to become children of God. They are reborn, not with a physical birth resulting from human passion or plan, but a birth that comes from God. And this is what I want you to catch tonight as you get ready to go into your new year, making all the expressions, speaking the words of what 2012 is going to be for you, speaking the words of promise for your own life, speaking the words, because everything that was created, the Bible just said, started with a word, started with an expression. But an expression alone cannot create, an expression alone cannot result in something. So look what has to happen. Verse 14. So the Word became human. The Word became human. The expression that God had for the world became human in Jesus. God always loved us. God always cared for us. But we were so distant from Him. There was such a space between us that He said, it's not enough for me just to have this expression. I have to make it have action. So what do? He made Jesus. Jesus comes down, dies on the cross to prove that He loves you. Because of His sacrifice on the cross, you are forgiven. You are loved and accepted by God because the expression of God's love became human. And it doesn't just end with Jesus, though, you guys. Check this out. Your words and your expressions for your life can't just be expressions in your mind. They've got to become human through you. Does that make sense? When you say, I've got to love myself more, it's not just good enough to think it, but you've got to believe in your expression, in your resolution so much that it changes your way of thinking. It changes your way of acting. And what happens is when a word or a thought changes you, it's no longer a resolution, but it's a revolution. Can I tell you what a revolution is? Are y'all catching this? Y'all are really quiet tonight, so that tells me that either you're listening or you're like, but here we go. Let me tell you what a revolution is. Check this out. Because when your words become actions, when your resolutions become actions, when your intentions and your expressions become actions, it changes things suddenly. Here we go. Check this out. Ready? Revolution. Revolution is this. A revolution is a radical and sudden change in society or the replacement of an established government made by the people that are governed by it, especially one made suddenly and often accompanied by violence. A revolution is a sudden change in the way of being governed by the person being governed.